आज 16 साल के बाद मैं दोबारा अपने आप को गांदरबल के लोगों के सामने पेश कर रहा हूं, इस उम्मीद के साथ कि जिस तरह 16 साल पहले मुझे आपकी खिदमत करने का मौका मिला, उसी तरह आज दोबारा आपके एमएलए के तौर पे, आपके खादिम के तौर पे, आपके नौकर के तौर पे मैं आपकी खिदमत करूं, आपके लिए काम करूं। आज मैं सिर्फ एक बात करूंगा। म्योन दस्तार, म्योन यजत, म्योन ये टूप, ये तुंदन आथनमस।
जीवन के इस पड़ाव में कोई भी नई वीडियो, कोई भी नया गेस्ट, कोई भी नया इलेक्शन सीजन आप तक रिसर्च की भिन्न भिन्न चुनौतियां ले आता है। इन चुनौतियों के बीच अगर आप ग्रोथ स्कूल भाई साहब की मेगा मास्टर क्लास जैसा साथी आपको और हमको मिल जाए तो बात ही क्या हो जाती है। चैट जीपीटी और ओवरऑल एआई सीन के बारे में आपको वेल इक्विप्ड बनाने के लिए ग्रोथ स्कूल भाई साहब की मेगा मास्टर क्लास, जो कि वैसे तो पेड है, जो कि वैसे तो पैसे देने पर मिलती है लेकिन अनफिल्टर्ड की ऑडियंस के लिए फ्री में है, आपको सिखाती है डेटा एनालिसिस, जॉब हंटिंग स्किल्स, कॉम्प्लेक्स एक्सेल स्किल्स, ताकि आप जिस भी फील्ड में हैं, भाई सेल्स में होंगे, मार्केटिंग में होंगे, एचआर, मतलब जिस भी फील्ड में है, एक सक्सेसफुल करियर बिल्ड करने के लिए ग्रोथ स्कूल भाई साहब लाए हैं मेगा मास्टर क्लास। हमारे लिंक में डिस्क्रिप्शन है, पहले 1500 लोग जो जाएंगे उनको फ्री मिलेगी। या तो भाई पहले अब वो सब हो गया, बढ़िया स्पॉन्सर है ग्रोथ स्कूल, थैंक यू, आपने उनकी मेगा मास्टर क्लास भी ले ली। उसके बाद दबाइए सब्सक्राइब और देखिए क्या होता है जब हारने के बाद बारामुल्ला मुख्यमंत्री बनने की सोचता है उमर अब्दुल्ला। भीड़ दिखाओ, कितनी भीड़ उमड़ आती है जम्मू कश्मीर के इलेक्शन में भी। मैंने तो कभी नहीं देखी भाई, इलेक्शन हुआ ही नहीं है जब से मैंने अपना करियर शुरू किया, तब से कोई इलेक्शन ही नहीं हुआ है यहाँ पे असेंबली, पहली बार तो हो रहा है। आज पूरा दिन जो हम ओमर अब्दुल्ला साहब के साथ हैं उसमें वो शुरुआत कर रहे हैं। यहाँ के जो लोकल कैंडिडेट हैं उनकी नॉमिनेशन फाइलिंग के लिए वो आए हुए हैं, खुद की नॉमिनेशन फाइलिंग करने के लिए गंदरबाल कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी भी वो जाएंगे, हम उनके साथ जाएंगे। बगल में शॉटगन सीट हमको मिल गई है, बस राज्यसभा टिकट भी ऐसे ही कोई भी दे दे चल जाएगी। दिखाइए कैसे लोकल यूट्यूबर्स दिखाइए, मतलब आप एक सर्कल अगर घुमा दे पैन का तो देखिए हर जगह बाइटें चल रही हैं। और ये कोई नेशनल मीडिया नहीं है, ये लोकल फेसबुकर्स, यूट्यूबर्स, इंस्टाग्रामर्स आपको दिख जाएंगे। लोकल वॉइसेस बाहर आनी चाहिए ताकि लोकल नैरेटिव भी बाहर आए। मेरे जैसे लोग दिल्ली से पैराशूट हो गई सारी जानकारी ना दें आपको तो बढ़िया रहता है। कैमरा पर्सन तहरीम, उनकी गाड़ी में जाना है, भीड़ आ गई है। कैमरा पर्सन तहरीम, हमको इधर जाना है। कैमरा पर्सन तहरीम, इस भीड़ में ही हमको पेनिट्रेट करके उनकी गाड़ी में बैठना है। हटिए सर, आई हैव टू गो इन सर, आई हैव टू गो इन। Good morning. I'm good. How are you, sir?
All well?
Good to see you too. Yes. Man, what a crowd.
Hey, these things happen in elections. And there are 2 or 3 candidates at the same time now.
Okay.
Because there are 3 returning officers here.
आप खुद ही ड्राइव करते हो usually?
Normally I do. Unless I haven't had time to eat, in which case I let somebody else drive, then I eat.
All right. Because in that case you're cranky?
Not cranky, I just need to eat, yeah.
Right. How cranky
I try not to get cranky.
How cranky do you usually get in this election time?
No, I try to minimize it.
All right. Are you generally an angry person or not?
No, not generally.
No? All right. इतनी भीड़ हर इलेक्शन में होती है और are you seeing more energy this time?
There's a lot more energy this time. It's been 10 years since we had an assembly election.
Yeah.
So, and this is, I mean, all candidates will mobilize people.
But I was hearing from people कि general election के बाद अभी fatigue थी थोड़ी.
नहीं.
So no.
नहीं.
Were you expecting them to be announced so soon?
Yeah, I mean, maybe a couple of days ahead of what we had thought.
Okay.
But I was convinced, even though everybody here, I mean, a lot of people here were trying to tell me नहीं होगा, आप देखना. I knew that after Yatra they would go ahead with these elections. They had to, I mean, unless they were willing to embarrass themselves in front of the Supreme Court and explain to the Supreme Court of India why they can't have elections. See, I told you parties will mobilize people. This is another political party.
और क्या अभी उतना गर्म हो गया माहौल जितना
नहीं हो रहा. It takes time. Now it will pick up in this phase because obviously it's about filing. Now that the nominations are filed and the campaign actually starts, it will pick up.
All right. And you're now going to file your own nomination?
I'm going to file my own papers now.
All right. Do you have to consult people like about filing?
Well, obviously you take your party colleagues into confidence. You fix the time. You have to get a slot from the government.
Sure. But are those like technical papers? Because a lot of people get disqualified also.
No. You mean in terms of preparing the papers?
Yeah.
No, a lot of work has to be done with that.
Okay.
Because in this election they made the papers even sort of
अच्छा.
tougher.
अगर उस चीज़ का एक example दे सकें आप कि कैसे
some of the things that the details that they've asked for,
like
in terms of some of the certificates that you require from the government and things like that.
Okay.
It's just more details and paperwork.
Can I ask you what happened in the Lok Sabha elections?
I lost.
Yeah, but like, what happened, Omar? How do you see it? I'm sure you've analyzed it. I'm sure you
have.
And so, in hindsight, what do you make of it?
Well, obviously we misread the Engineer Rashid campaign. I think somewhere we felt that since he wasn't openly targeting us, why should we open another front against him? Since we anyway had Sajjad Lone and others, he was also a difficult candidate to campaign against because his campaign was purely on emotion.
Okay.
His sons campaigned on basically two things. One, you have to save my father from being hanged, so vote. And two, you have to get my father out of jail, so vote. Now both of these things we should have countered in the course of our campaign, but we didn't, and chalo, it's done. But now, with the way things have played out subsequently, there's more than meets the eye with his election campaign.
और इसका क्या मतलब
है मतलब दाल में कहीं ना कहीं कुछ काला है.
You can't leave it at that.
I will.
Come on, Mr. Abdullah. Come on, यार. ऐसा थोड़ी होता है यार.
That's it. Eventually everything will become clear.
Okay.
So let's wait and see.
Okay. Do you see this election as fairly being run on like मतलब ज़्यादातर fair ही हो रहा है या फिर आपको लगता है कि interference of
interference by who? The administration.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything of that. I mean, small bits and pieces here and there, but nothing major. The BJP, of course, will do everything it can to divide votes, particularly in the valley.
Okay.
They've made no secret of the fact that they're looking to have as many small parties and independent MLAs elected so that they can then cobble up something post-election. And our entire effort is to ensure that that doesn't happen.
और ऐसा एक narrative भी बांधा जा रहा है मतलब I would say in mainstream media after Rashid's win, the noise that I hear on the TV channels that I watch is that Kashmir could prop up a lot of independents.
I think these TV channels are overcompensating.
Okay.
Because obviously the local people got into trouble for not reading a Rashid wave when he first fought. So now they're going the other extreme. Okay. Now they see nothing but, I mean, if they're so bright, why did they not see this wave in the parliament election? Obviously they didn't see it. So how are they seeing one now?
I don't think anyone saw it.
Nobody. So that's it. So then, I mean, they're overcompensating.
आपने बिल्कुल भी anticipate किया था?
I could see it.
Okay. You were not confident of winning?
I had my doubts.
अच्छा.
And particularly after polling.
Okay. And how do you see the overall result?
The overall was good. I would have had a lot to celebrate that day if I hadn't been mourning my own loss.
How long did the mourning last?
A while.
How many days?
Longer than previous defeats.
Oh, ऐसा क्यों?
हो जाता है कभी-कभार.
नहीं फिर भी मतलब if I can go into the emotional side of it.
It was a difficult loss to take.
Okay.
What else does one say?
One tells me about how they coped up and who helped
No,
them.
you eventually come to terms with it.
Was there some crying involved?
I don't normally cry.
No, but was there crying involved?
There may have been the odd
Tear or two.
tear or two.
All right. इतना इमोशन भी अगर इलेक्शन टाइम में मिल जाए, I think it's enough.
Yeah, either you care or you don't care.
Mm.
If you don't care, you have no business being here.
All right. And if you care, it will
If
hurt.
you care, then it should hurt. Because I genuinely felt that it was an opportunity to represent people who otherwise had gone unheard for all this time. And what made it worse was that having lost, I didn't lose to somebody who's now representing them. I lost to somebody who even now isn't allowed to represent them. अब अगर वो कुछ करा के अपना वहाँ जेल से छूट जाए, that's a different matter.
What is this? Man,
This is, you want to come and have play?
they have a jumping jack inside.
You can
What?
go.
This is amazing.
I wouldn't use it, but
But it's amazing, dude.
I wouldn't use it.
Oh man.
But you're welcome to, and I'm sure that video will. I mean, there's viral and then there's viral.
But if you do it with me, then there's
then-
breaking the internet. Then you're like,
Now you're making it very tempting, but no.
if you do that, then you're winning Jammu also. Do it, Omar. Oh man.
Oh, if only that was carved in stone.
आप जम्मू को कैसे देख रहे हो? I mean,
Jammu,
you actually think Congress can? I mean,
I have a feeling that the BJP is being fed misinformation by the agencies
Achha.
about where they actually stand.
Intentionally?
Agencies don't know any better than to tell the government what they want to hear.
Okay.
And I should know this because I've been Chief Minister for 6 years. Agencies find it very difficult to tell governments things they don't want to hear. This government in the centre is particularly intolerant to bad news and criticism. So I wouldn't be surprised that the numbers they're being told about seats that the BJP will win is in part wishful thinking.
Okay. पर एजेंसीज उनको मिस इन्फॉर्मेशन देनी है, वो तो एक अलग बात है. आपका अपना क्या ओपिनियन है अबाउट? क्योंकि
I think Jammu will spring a few surprises.
Okay.
Yeah. I think the Congress is not as badly placed as some would like to believe.
सबसे बढ़िया रोड कौन सी है जिस पे आपने ड्राइव किया है? The one that you absolutely love.
Here,
Yeah. I mean anywhere in the world. In how many countries have you driven?
I don't know, 6-8 countries.
Can we like name some?
The UK, France, the US, Italy, Switzerland, and a few more. Singapore, and a handful more.
And so, what has been your most pleasant experience?
Actually, the one I've enjoyed the most is from here to Ladakh.
All right.
The drive from here to Ladakh, or then from Leh to Nubra. I don't think anything beats those drives.
All right. What is the fanciest car you've driven?
I think it was a Lamborghini.
Okay. You've driven one.
Nice, yeah.
What color was it?
I think it was yellow.
Yellow Lamborghini makes sense.
It does. Doesn't
It does make
It
sense.
does.
I
Look,
would.
when the car is flash, why be subtle with the color?
I'd love to imagine you in like one of those music videos with the yellow
With that Lamborghini.
Yeah. How old are you, if I may?
What year is this? 2024?
Yeah. Last I checked.
Yeah, I'm 54.
With like a certain age, do you view elections and campaigning with more wisdom? Like how is there a
Obviously,
difference?
you have more experience under your belt. Your way of dealing with things is different. Your manner of speaking becomes more. You're not as gung ho.
Do you bullshit less in your speeches now?
I'd like to believe I was less of a bullshitter.
हाँ लेकिन मतलब I mean
then,
even if I don't
you tend to try and be a bit more
on point.
on point.
और अभी
And anyway, look, I'm from that generation that really doesn't know what it's like to have a captive audience. You know,
क्या बात कर रहे हो?
I'm telling
ऐसा तो नहीं
you.
होगा.
No, honestly.
Okay.
Now people are very matter of fact.
Okay.
आपने क्या किया हमारे लिए और आगे क्या करने जा रहे हो? And the rest we really don't have time for.
ऐसी कोई तो constituency होगी जो just because Omar Abdullah is there, they would be like, you know.
Yeah, but they won't sit for the whole day just to listen to me. They won't.
ऐसा नहीं होता है.
No, they won't. And why would they?
और आप कह रहे हो कि एक generation पहले शायद और 2 generation पहले तो और भी.
Generations ago. what was their contact with the outside world? Other than if they were lucky a radio, or then politicians who visited them. So I still have colleagues who can't exit that mind space. कि when they go to a speech, they have to tell people आज रूस में ये हुआ, आज अमेरिका में ये हो रहा है, बर्तानिया ने ये किया. You know, you basically talk from 1947 onwards, and then you can see the audience, they get fidgety, they start looking at each other. Some pull out the phones. Some pull out the phones. Some to then by the end of it they just get up and start leaving. And I am extremely sensitive to sort of crowd getting restless. The moment I see a crowd getting restless, there's no way I can carry on, even if I've got a dozen good points to make. If the crowd gets restless, thank you very much, I'm done. God bless you.
You actually do
we're
that?
Out. Yeah, I pretty much wind up and leave. Look, what's the point? They don't want to listen to you. Why are you wasting their time? Give them another reason to.
And as an indicator, do you look at the front rows or the last rows also?
No, I look in the middle, and the front are all your people. They're not going to. वो शर्म के मारे उठेंगे नहीं.
ठीक है.
इस बात का तो मुझे पक्का पता है कि वो बेचारे शर्म के मारे उठेंगे नहीं.
ठीक है.
Because they know I'm looking. So where you need to look is the mid to back. Once the back starts getting up, time to end.
I was carrying a black Pathani, which I
chose not to wear.
Which I wore for Mr. Lone's interview.
Oh yeah, well, that fits in with you. That fits in.
Not with you. I would have been like your mirror opposite image. Yeah. It would have been
good,
nice.
Bad.
I'm not so sure.
Peaceful,
about that.
violent.
Oh man, you're calling me violent? Are you calling him violent?
No, I'm not calling him anything.
All right. Are you calling me violent?
Calling him anything.
Are you calling me violent?
My days of calling him anything are behind me. I'm not up against him.
ये भी ठीक है.
He's hardly visible on this side of the sort of political equation, as in Central Kashmir and elsewhere. So
is this the tomb? Is this your grandfather?
Yeah.
Oh. This is his resting place?
Yes.
Okay.
My grandfather and grandmother.
For those who don't know, his grandfather was the first Prime Minister and then the Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir. Dhyan se tahrim. This is the tomb of Sheikh Abdullah. Man.
رب اجعلني مقيم الصلاة ومن ذريتي ربنا وتقبل دعاء ربنا اغفر لي ولوالدي وللمؤمنين يوم يقوم الحساب ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار اللهم
قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد
ولم يكن له كفوا أحد
والله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله.
You okay? Are you fine? How often do you come here?
A few times, whenever one can.
Okay.
Otherwise, thrice a year though is definite. Birth anniversary, death anniversary, my grandfather and grandmother's death anniversary.
Okay. Is this open to normal people usually?
Yeah, they come.
Okay.
Shukriya.
Oh, the candies get thrown at you.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Last election cost me a windscreen.
And you didn't even win.
No, I didn't win, and I still actually, where it broke, I was campaigning for somebody else. Actually, no, it was my own. Yeah, so I lost a windscreen and I didn't win. That's okay. Yeah, you get all varieties, all
Melody भी
all
है.
flavors. हाँ, melody
आपका
खाओ, खुद
favorite?
जान जाओ.
एक बार और बोल दो.
नहीं, हम क्यों? अस्सलाम वालेकुम. अस्सलाम वालेकुम. अस्सलाम वालेकुम. क्या हाल नज़ीर? अस्सलाम वालेकुम. वालेकुम. इंशाल्लाह. इंशाल्लाह. चलो. जोड़ो जोड़ो गाड़ी। अस्सलाम वालेकुम, अस्सलाम वालेकुम, अस्सलाम वालेकुम, वालेकुम अस्सलाम, अस्सलाम वालेकुम। चलो नहीं कोई नहीं, आप यहाँ रुको, मैं कागज भर के वापस आ जाऊंगा। प्रोग्राम खत्म नहीं है।
बड़ा बना रही है उमर साहब, ये
चलो,
बड़ा बना रही है।
सलामत
गांधरबल है, गांधरबल
सलामत रहो।
इंशाल्लाह भाई, गांधरबल है
इंशाल्लाह सलामत रहो। वालेकुम अस्सलाम।
Allah bari şuna, Allah bari şuna, Umar Sahab şuna, आप खुश रहो, खुश, अपना दिल रखो, दिल रखो, दिल
सलामत रहो।
मजबूत रखो, मजबूत।
सलामत रहो।
हमेशा हम कंपेयर करेंगे, इंशाल्लाह जीतेंगे, हम जीतेंगे, ये बड़ा बना रही है।
इंशाल्लाह इंशाल्लाह इंशाल्लाह।
अस्सलाम वालेकुम,
वालेकुम वालेकुम वालेकुम। अस्सलाम वालेकुम।
इंशाल्लाह जीत हमारी।
थोड़ा सा साइड दे दो, बाकी आप आ जाओ फिर आहिस्ता आहिस्ता। नहीं तो मेरा टाइम निकल जाएगा ना, फिर इसका क्या फायदा। वापसी पे कर लो।
जज्बा है, जज्बा।
आने दो आने दो।
उमर साहब, हम देख रहे हैं कि काफी उत्साह जोश है कार्यकर्ताओं में। आप 2014 के बाद जो है एक अलग माहौल दिख रहा है।
अब माहौल में तो तब्दीली आई है। लोग बेसब्री से इस इलेक्शन का इंतज़ार कर रहे थे। 2008 के बाद ये पहला मौका हमें होगा अपनी हुकूमत का। मेरे वर्करों में भी एक जोश, एक जज्बा है, क्योंकि वो जानते हैं कि दिल्ली की तरफ से मुकम्मल कोशिशें की जाएंगी हमें यहाँ नाकामयाब करने के लिए।
राम माधव ने ये आरोप लगाया कि नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस और पीडीपी की पार्टी में एक्स मिलिटेंट्स है, उनके समर्थन से वो चुनाव लड़ रहे हैं। क्या कहेंगे आप उमर साहब?
ना पहले देखें कौन कौन से उम्मीदवार मैदान में उतरते हैं, फिर हम इस पे बात करेंगे कि बीजेपी वाले किन किन की मदद ले रहे हैं। अब वो आप भी जानते हो, मैं भी जानता हूँ कि इंडिपेंडेंट्स और इन लोगों में किन किन को आज शामिल किया गया है। हम तो जो है सामने है ना, हमारे टिकट पे लोग लड़ रहे हैं। मुझे बताएं ना कौन है उनमें से ऐसा।
राहुल गांधी आज चुनाव प्रचार के लिए जो है अनंतनाग में है। राहुल गांधी के कश्मीर आने से, प्रचार करने से कितना बूस्ट अलायंस होगा?
आपने एक सवाल की बात की, ये 10वां सवाल है। लेकिन आप बड़ी अच्छी बात है राहुल आए हैं। मैं खुद वहाँ पे होता, लेकिन आज मैं अपने कागज़ भर रहा हूँ। फारूक साहब वहाँ पे हैं, वो डूरू के जलसे में शिरकत करेंगे, और जाहिर सी बात है कि राहुल का यहाँ आना अलायंस के लिए अच्छी बात होगी।
तो कितनी उम्मीद है, ये बस लास्ट सवाल, कितनी उम्मीद है यहाँ से आप एक बार फिर चुनाव लड़ रहे हैं, कितनी जीत की उम्मीद है?
कोशिश मेरी बराबर रहेगी। अल्लाह ताला को अगर मंजूर होगा तो मुझे यहाँ दोबारा लोगों की खिदमत करने का मौका मिलेगा। चलो यार, चलो अल्लाह के वास्ते, चलो यार। Come on, guys.
Are the local
Bless you.
branches of the national media outlets better here in terms of?
In what way?
I mean, you know how most mainstream channels are sort of subservient to the central government. Is it better out here? No.
In fact, it's worse.
Huh.
Yeah. The kind of problems they have reporting from here. Sort of the pressure from the police, the other agencies. Everywhere else it's just really the police they have to deal with.
Yeah.
Here there are wheels within wheels within wheels.
तो यहाँ वो independent आवाज आ ही नहीं सकती है, वो आना
बहुत
मुश्किल
मुश्किल है, आ जाता है but मुश्किल।
I'm sure you missed this.
Yeah.
I'm
I
sure
didn't
you
think
have.
I would,
I'm sure you have.
but in these 8-10 years, especially when we thought God knows whether we'll see it again, you only really sort of start missing something when you think you can lose it. It's like I used to take the view from our windows at home for granted. Mountains, big deal. Everybody used to say, oh, you're so lucky, you live in Srinagar, the mountains. Oh yeah, the mountains, yeah, big deal. But in 90, when all hell broke loose and we weren't able to come here as much, I remember the first time I came back and I looked out of the window, I was like, okay, I'm never taking this view for granted again. Chalo, so much for thinking I'll be there early. I have 6 minutes to my...
And how far is it?
Well, 5 minutes ago it was 5 minutes away.
Oh, right.
And we're still here. फारूक है? मैं चढ़ जाता हूँ ऊपर यार, इनको थोड़ा तेज करा लेंगे। फारूक आ जाओ। आराम से फारूक।
चले चले कैमरा पर्सन तहरीम, चलिए अंदर, चलिए एकदम एकदम। सर हम उनके साथ ही हैं, सर हम उनके साथ ही थे सर। यार अंदर जा पाते तब मजा नहीं आता क्या?
आगे 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 यहाँ पे। नहीं नहीं नहीं, ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है, कवरिंग करिए।
सर बहुत सारे इंडिपेंडेंट कैंडिडेट मैदान में इस समय हैं, क्या आपको लगता है इसे कश्मीर
आ जाए, आ जाए ना। पहले तो उनके कागज मंजूर होने दीजिए, उसके बाद हम उनके एजेंडा के बारे में सुनेंगे। वो जम्मू कश्मीर के लोगों के लिए क्या हासिल करना चाहते हैं, बीजेपी को रोकने का क्या तरीका है उनका।
सुना है कि बडगाम से भी आप कंटेस्ट कर रहे हैं।
ना मैंने अभी गांदरबल के कागज भरे ना, आप गांदरबल की बात करें तो बेहतर होगा।
भाई एकदम हुजूम तो देख ही रहे हैं, कितना कितना बड़ा क्राउड आ गया है। जम्मू कश्मीर का इलेक्शन कैसा दिखता है देखिए। ये ऐसे करो ना, ऐसे करो, ऐसे करो, ऐसे करो, करो या ऐसे करो ना, ऐसे करो, ऐसे करो। पीडीपी का क्राउड, ओ मैन, दिखाइए कि पीडीपी और नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस का क्राउड जब आमने सामने होता है तो क्या होता है। दिखाइए जम्मू कश्मीर पुलिस को कितनी मेहनत करनी पड़ती है। वो नॉमिनेशन फाइल करने उधर जा रहे, देखिए भाई बात क्या है कि ये है लोकल डीसी ऑफिस जहां नॉमिनेशन फाइल करनी होती है। अभी उमर अब्दुल्ला जो नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस के कैंडिडेट हैं, ऑब्वियसली पार्टी का वाइस प्रेसिडेंट करता धरता है, फॉर्मर चीफ मिनिस्टर है, वो नॉमिनेशन फाइल करके आए। अब पीडीपी वाले कैंडिडेट जा रहे हैं, तो ये जो है कि टाइम स्लॉट जो है आमने सामने हो जाता है। चलिए चलिए,
भेज दो समदीश, पुकारे गया, इसको ढूंढना पड़ेगा।
ऐसा दिखता है, देखिए नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस का फ्लैग ऐसा दिखता है। हल है ये जिससे खेत जोता जाता है, हाँ प्लाउ। नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस के पार्टी ऑफिस, गांदरबल ऑफिस के अंदर नॉमिनेशन पेपर फाइल करने के बाद जो जलसा, यानी एक कैंपेन एक्टिविटी, यानी कि एक रैली, इनको भी दिखाओ, यानी कि एक रैली एक्टिविटी, यानी कि एक कैंपेन एक्टिविटी जो हो रही है। आइए कैमरा पर्सन तहरीम के लेंस के द्वारा मेरी कमेंट्री करते हुए, जैसे जनरल इलेक्शन और बाकी इलेक्शनों में आपने देखा, आज देखिए जम्मू कश्मीर का असेंबली इलेक्शन जो अब वंस इन अ ब्लू मून हो गया था, जब वो वापस आया तो देखिए कैसा दिखता है, उसका जलसा कैसा दिखता है कि नहीं। आइए
जम्मू कश्मीर नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस, जम्मू कश्मीर यूथ नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस। उमर साहब आगे बढ़ो, उमर साहब आगे बढ़ो।
That is Omar's grandfather, founder, creator of the national conference. Can you see him practicing his speech? You can see his lip movement. Oh man, he's like focused right now on what he wants to say.
आज 16 साल के बाद मैं दोबारा अपने आप को गांदरबल के लोगों के सामने पेश कर रहा हूं, इस उम्मीद के साथ कि जिस तरह 16 साल पहले मुझे आपकी खिदमत करने का मौका मिला, उसी तरह आज दोबारा आपके एमएलए के तौर पे, आपके खादिम के तौर पे, आपके नौकर के तौर पे मैं आपकी खिदमत करूं, आपके लिए काम करूं। कहने के लिए बहुत कुछ है, लेकिन आज मैं सिर्फ एक बात करूंगा। म्योन दस्तार, म्योन यजत, म्योन यूट्यूब, ये तुहंदन atılmaz. Yeçi tuhundan atılmaz. Meni dastarız kariyo roç. Meni tübes kariyo roç. Meni yazdas kariyo roç. मैं दियो आंख मौका गुल गंडे चुस्बो गांदरबलस अकोई गुजारिश करान मैं दियो आंख मौका वो करतून खिदमत वो करतून नुमाइंदगी बस ये तो यो दोस्त में वनन बस मेन यूट्यूब ये चवन तून दिन आथन मज I tell you, Raj. Inshallah.
You could tell us if you want the cameras off.
No.
What did you say after you removed the cap? Take your time.
No, I just said that. Anyway, we'll talk.
The nomination went fine? I couldn't go in, so.
No, sorry. They are really tough with this. Not more than 5 people.
कभी जब किसी को disqualify करते हैं
No, actually they've got much better.
Okay.
The election commission is they're a lot more flexible now. Earlier, at submission, if there were gaps in your papers, they would reject them summarily right there. Now, what they do is that if there are gaps or documentation is missing or something, they point out. They actually help you. Yeah. They actually right there help you with, look, this is what is missing. And this needs to be corrected, and so long as it comes before scrutiny, they don't have a problem with it.
Are you happy with all the candidates?
Oh yeah.
Do all of them fit into your value system?
Yeah, of course. Otherwise, we wouldn't have fielded them.
You have none that you just have to field because they have a winnability factor and they don't fit into your value system?
No, actually, thankfully, the people who are in the national conference, they identify really closely with.
You can be more honest.
No, I'm not. I'm actually being honest.
Okay.
For us in this election, more than anything else, in a lot of seats it was a problem of plenty.
Okay.
It was deciding between one good candidate and another good candidate. And then of course we had the double whammy of then surrendering some seats to the Congress. Now those people who had sort of been on the margins of politics for the last 6-8 years, suddenly being told that the National Conference wasn't going to be fighting the seat that they belonged to was difficult. So obviously, some took it really well. And my admiration for them and my respect for them, I can't tell you how much it's gone up. But then there are those who put their own selfish interest ahead of the interests of both, I believe, J&K and the party. And it is what it is.
If you do attend part this time, and if you are in public office holding a position in the government, and I would assume that if you form the government, you would hold the highest office, what would be your first priority? Apart from the resolutions on 370 and 35A.
We have our, the 12 main promises that we've made in our manifesto. Yeah. Obviously it will come out from there. We need to start looking at sort of the land ownership laws here, the domicile laws, protecting people's right to jobs, property, to participate in contracts and tenders, which has been completely dismembered over the last few years. We probably have the weakest domicile laws in the country today.
Okay.
So these are things that I would definitely want that an incoming government would look at.
I'm sure any person who will attain power is not looking forward to working with the LG, and how much that might, how many
Well, initially,
obstacles that might create.
For whoever
Uh-huh.
is elected chief minister, it's going to be a difficult sort of relationship to work out.
Sure.
Simply because whoever it is will have no experience whatsoever with that kind of administration.
Sure.
One of the first things, even though law and order and policing will not be with the elected chief minister, but what I'd like to see the elected chief minister do is to stop this VIP culture of closing the roads for the lieutenant governor to move. You're actually lucky where he's either not in town or he's not moving around much today.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, we get sidetracked for a good 20-25 minutes so that His Majesty can drive through completely open roads.
और इससे पहले गवर्नर्स के लिए नहीं होता
No, नहीं होता.
क्या बात कर रहे
नहीं होता. We used to stop at traffic lights.
Have you ever played PlayStation?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I used to own for the longest time.
Which
I owned
one?
a
PlayStation 1 or 2?
No, what's the current one?
5.
So I stopped at I think 3 or 4.
Okay. Have you played Move? Have you played the thing?
The Nintendo.
Yeah.
That I had for the longest time as
Okay.
well. I've had them all. I've had the Xbox 360, I've
Uh-huh.
had the Nintendo and the PlayStation.
And what would you say is your favorite video game?
I like the first person shooter ones. Call of Duty.
Man, for a Kashmiri politician to say that.
It's a video game.
Yeah, but you know.
It's a video game. Whenever you want to. Or have you already started? Right.
This is the format. You know it now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to go back to that scenario. जब आप रैली में थे.
Huh.
If you can tell me more about what you said when you.
Nothing. It was just one sentence.
Which was?
Which was that my respect. Dastar is a turban and a cap. So basically, you identify cap with respect. So basically, said that it is for them now to protect my respect.
And was that a spontaneous decision, or do you do it often?
I've never done it before.
This was the first time you did
In
it.
25 years.
And why did you feel the need to do it?
I don't know. Sometimes you just do.
But in that moment, I'm sure there's.
I mean,
I'm
why
saying,
does one do what they do? I don't know.
I'm saying what motivated it. Is it a more?
It's not. Look,
Is it a more emotional election for you?
Well, yeah, it is. But these are not things that you sort of. Nor do I sit back and sort of analyze why I did it. And it's not something that I sort of think about doing. Just.
No, I'm saying if it is a more emotional election, why is that? Is what I'm trying to get at.
Well, I think partly because it's an election under very, very different circumstances for J&K. That is one part of it. It's an election that's come after a long gap and quite a struggle. But for me personally, it's also like we discussed in the car. It's an election on the back of a defeat. And a defeat I didn't see coming. You know, some defeats are easier to take because you know they're coming.
The moment you took it off and whatever you said in Kashmir, like, the pura crowd, they were.
I didn't expect that. I thought it would be very normal.
Come on.
I swear.
You were doing it for the gallery, come on.
No, I was doing it so that they understand that this election for me is more than just an election. The fact that it meant as much to them as it did to me is something
You
that
weren't
obviously
expecting that reaction?
maybe not to that extent. It did touch.
Related to what I asked in the car, if you've missed this kind of a crowd, if a politician like you.
Well, we feed off it.
Yeah.
We do feed off it. I mean, politicians, this is our way of understanding whether we're right or not. When people respond to you enthusiastically, when you can see that it is not sort of mobilized or it's not engineered, it's spontaneous, then that energy flows to you. And the same is true for a reverse situation. You can go into a room or into a gathering really charged up and energized. And when the crowd in front of you is puss and lethargic and just couldn't be bothered, it's like somebody has opened a tap and drained all your enthusiasm out.
If you could recall a meeting or two,
No, I can recall public meetings.
Sure.
I can recall public meetings where I've arrived and there's been nobody there to listen to me.
Nobody there.
Nobody.
Empty chairs.
I don't think we even put chairs there.
Okay.
I literally had. This was in the dark old days when things were really bad here, militancy-wise. So there was a lot of fear.
उस कारण से.
I remember going into an area in Srinagar, all set to deliver a speech for my elections, and it was on the plinth of a house that was under construction. So literally, you just had the foundation. On the foundation, there were 3 chairs for us to sit on, and वो पतली डंडी वाला mic. आगे कालीन बिछाया हुआ था for the people to sit. Me, 2 of my party colleagues, 1 डंडी वाला mic, सामने कोई नहीं.
And what election was this?
This must have been either 98 or 99. Parliament.
उसके बाद लोग आए कि नहीं आए?
नहीं, कोई नहीं आया. ना मैं भी रुका. See, this is where the old school politician would actually start and think that somebody will come and sit and कोई नहीं आ जाएंगे. I am a lot, at least then I was a lot more abrupt. नहीं है कोई, मैंने नहीं रुकना, ना मैंने कोई बात करनी है, मेरी बेइज्जती है, उठ के चलो. Now I would probably be somewhere in between that.
The most ridiculous thing a supporter has asked of you.
Yeah, well, this one I think my sons will remember. Is a guy who just stuck his head in the window and said, one kiss, one kiss, one
What
kiss.
are you saying? Did you see where?
No, I didn't ask him where.
No,
I
you
just
didn't say
said,
where?
I just waved at him and carried on. Ek kiss, ek kissy, ek kissy. So, that had to be, that beat them all. Yeah, it's.
How long back was this?
Recently.
What are you saying?
Yeah, recently.
Was it reassuring? Did it validate? Did it give you validation?
It led me to believe that
The masses still are into you.
that I still have it.
Yeah. Ek kissy. Oh man.
Yeah, so that was a question that was easier to answer than I thought it would be.
Yeah. Oh man. Wonderful. I'll take a moment to recover.
You do that.
ऐसा कभी हुआ है कि किसी ने शीशे वीशे इतने मारे, like a lot of your crowd was वो बोनट
शीशे
पे
नहीं मारते, गाड़ी को मारते हैं. I don't know why they feel so enthusiastic कि गाड़ी को तवा. Every election we seem to feel.
क्या ऐसा कभी हुआ है कि स्कॉर्पियो पे डेंट ही पड़ गया हो?
पड़े हैं. आज के पड़े.
Yeah?
I'll show you a fresh dent on my bonnet.
All right.
From outside the party office.
I'd love to.
You saw that guy when he.
Yeah.
I saw a dent when I was sitting on the roof, and that was new.
Is there enough money
In the treasury,
in the party?
we'll manage.
Yeah.
We'll manage. We'll cut a few corners, but we'll manage.
Well, how do you run a party in a place where elections मतलब थोड़ा वक्फा हो जाता है 2 elections के बीच में? Is it tougher to?
A lot on love and fresh air. You don't spend then. No? What do you spend on? Because really the single largest expense of any political party is electioneering.
तो खर्चा ही नहीं होता इतना.
Then the rest is establishment cost, office running and things like that. वो चल जाता है. Okay. Sadly, we didn't get many electoral bonds, but
None? You got some?
We were, I think, last on the list.
अच्छा. But
But
you
we
were
made
on the
the
list.
list.
But you were on the
Yeah,
list.
I'm very happy with the fact we made the list.
अगर मेरे को कश्मीर के बारे में जानना हो तो मैं कौन सा अखबार पढूं?
अखबार मत पढ़िए.
तो फिर मुझे कहाँ से मिले?
आपको कहीं से अखबार में आपको सही खबर कहीं से नहीं मिलेगी.
कोई लोकल न्यूज़पेपर नहीं है?
आज जितने भी अखबार हैं वो हुकूमत की खबर के अलावा शायद ही कुछ छापेंगे. अखबार मत पढ़िए. मैंने तो बहुत पहले से पढ़ने बंद किए हैं.
कोई स्रोत है?
सोशल मीडिया पे हैं लोग.
कौन? 1-2 नाम अगर आप
मैं बाद में बता दूंगा.
नहीं, मुझे तो
अकाउंट को मरवाओगे, मैं ऐसे ही कह दूं.
अच्छा ऐसा है क्या? Right now, your feel of the ground, where do you see the graph of radicalization going?
You can't, it's not something that changes like with each passing day or each passing week.
No, I'm
so
sure, but
there are signs of it.
and
but
what signs are you seeing right now?
there are. It becomes sort of. You see it reflected in places, but it's not something that one would be alarmed by or even concerned by. Look, it's a personal choice in terms of sort of how you sort of approach it. whether it's in what you wear, or whether you decide to sport a beard or not, whether you decide to wear a skull cap or not.
No, of course that, but I'm talking about like radicalization that leads to violence. That kind of
No, violence and that kind of radicalization is far less.
Okay. The graph is going down.
That would, evidence on the ground would point in that direction. When you have organizations, banned organizations, that for the last 30 plus years have talked about separating Jammu and Kashmir from India, now willing to put their members forward in an election, that tells you that something on the ground has shifted.
The trust on the electoral process,
Clearly they didn't have it for 30 years, they do now. That tells you something.
which you think is a healthy sign?
Look, anybody willing to leave the path of violence or intimidation or separatism and join the mainstream is a good thing. My party has suffered for being a part of the mainstream. We've lost thousands of party workers to assassins and bullets and bombs over the last 30-35 years. Simply because we disagreed with the people who today are rediscovering their willingness to participate in an election. So that can't be a bad thing. Now, so long as they don't, they don't allow themselves to be misused by forces like the BJP. That's the challenge for them.
What is that? Everyone keeps telling me ye misused by the BJP and BJP meddling in Kashmir. What is it like? How would they do it, and what does it mean?
How will they do it is by propping up proxy candidates, independent candidates, purely with a view to break votes.
All
to
of
split
which
votes.
is within the ambit of electoral.
It's all democratic. It's not undemocratic.
It is a dirty game, but it is within the game, right?
It's
within the game.
within the rules. The challenge is to convince the voters to see through it. Everybody has a right to fight an election.
पर आप कह रहे हो आप कभी भी रूल्स तोड़ मरोड़ के कुछ ऐसा नहीं करते हो कि आपका फायदा हो?
ये क्या करते हैं ना?
मुझे नहीं पता, मतलब क्या सिर्फ बीजेपी ही?
हमें 10 गाड़ियों की इजाजत होगी, 12 गाड़ियां ले लेंगे और क्या करेंगे? We don't have agencies at our disposal that we can use and misuse. We don't have the resources at our disposal that we can barely fund the candidates that we are putting up officially, much less start funding candidates that we want to put up unofficially.
Did you watch my video from Budgam?
No.
You should. Okay. I recommend it to you.
Does the Chief Minister lose his job after it?
Who's the Chief Minister here?
Well, I don't know.
Who's the Chief Minister
I
here?
don't know. Your programs seem to follow. Somebody's resignation follows from your programs.
Yes.
Or an electoral defeat.
It might be the LGs this time.
Could be. Are you doing him?
I'm looking to interview him. Do you have any contacts in that office? No? None? None at all? You haven't kept...
Otherwise, I would happily recommend, given your track record.
Who should I interview? Which Chief Minister do you want me to interview? ये बताओ.
UP would be a good start.
Okay. You don't like him?
No, I like him. Excellent. I'd like to see more of him.
Is he your favorite politician of all time?
All time to nahi.
ठीक है, but of this generation?
हाँ, बड़ा अच्छा है.
Amongst the bald ones?
My favorite bald one.
Yeah.
No, I think be an interesting interview.
Yeah. How's your handwriting?
Terrible.
No.
It's not great.
Okay.
It's not great. I wish I had good handwriting. I envy people who, when they write, it looks like, I don't know, it's been printed somewhere. I remember taking my fountain pen and cutting the nib to try and become a calligrapher. Nahi chala. My handwriting better than my dad's, but because he's a doctor, so his handwriting is.
If you could say it louder. Oh, he's a doctor. Yeah, of course.
Yes,
his handwriting is
doctors will probably be unable to read their own handwriting.
I'm just staying.
आपका इंटरव्यू हो रहा है?
खत्म कर रहे हैं.
करिए मैं चाय पीऊंगा.
बैठे.
सुनूंगा. बैठ जाओ.
Oh man, if the setting wasn't intimidating enough. Oh man, I'm scared of you.
Join the queue. Okay. Right.
Oh man, now how do I do that?
I think now this is where you say thank you very
Yes,
much. It was nice.
precisely.
And see you again next time.
Oh man, this will be lovely. When he hears my trivial question, he'll be like, "ये तू क्या कर रहा था उमर?"
यही था तुम्हारा इंटरव्यू.
Is this what gets views now?
लोग यही देखते हैं. उनके पास और कुछ देखने के लिए है नहीं।
और आप भी ये कर रहे हो, you're cooperating with the system.
इतने वेले हो।
Why did you agree to this in the election time?
Because you asked.
Yeah, I mean, I did ask, and you were thank you for being generous enough for granting me the whole day.
Because the last one worked. And if it works, then good.
And what do you mean by worked?
People watched it. So thankfully today was a lighter day. I would not have been able to take out this kind
I
of
would
time
imagine.
starting from day after tomorrow.
Thank you for giving me so much time, for
Not
being
at
so
all.
honest.
We spent the day together.
Yes, it was lovely. It was lovely for me. I don't know about you.
No, I enjoyed it.
All right.
I enjoyed it.
I'm glad you did. I'm glad you're saying it on camera. I don't care about your real feelings.
Honesty is always a good thing.
Yeah, Mr. Abdullah, in this camera. एक बार और बता दें कि आपका एक्सपीरियंस कैसा था और लोग सब्सक्राइब करें अनफिल्टर्ड बाय संदेश को।
मत करिए, वक्त जाया कर रहे हैं आप, बिल्कुल फजूल। नहीं।
No, I love this one. I love this one. Yes.
Subscribe, watch it, enjoy it.
Thank you, Mr. Abdullah.
Pleasure.
Thank you so much. Thank you. किस चीज की भीड़ है भाई? नहीं पता।
नहीं यहाँ अभी उठा दिए।
अच्छा।
मेरे को अभी समझ नहीं आ रहा है।
अभी आप नींद में हैं। कड़कती धूप में कैमरा पर्सन तहरीम आपके लिए आ रही हैं। अगर आप चाहते हैं कैमरा पर्सन तहरीम की सैलरी में इजाफा हो तो उनका गूगल पे का QR कोड अभी आपके स्क्रीन पे आ रहा होगा।
JNK पुलिस एट योर सर्विस। आउच आउच, काफी पॉइंटेड है।
ध्यान से, रोड ऊबड़ खाबड़ है। लग रहा है गंडेरबाल की डेवलपमेंट उतनी बरकरार नहीं रखी गई है जितनी होनी चाहिए थी। दिखाइए कि कैसे मेहनत करनी पड़ती है, एकदम फेक भी कीजिए लेकिन दिखाइए कि मेहनत हो रही है।